Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We're bringing you some Highland Park. What year Scotch?
15er.
Boo! 15er.
It's a 15er.
Teener.
Let's test it.
We're going to test it!
Test it.
All right, we're in Highland Park. This one's been sitting on the shelf for a bit.
I'm going to bring up a topic real quick.
Oh, this is going to be on me.
You're going
to make fun of me. I can just tell. The way you started, I know you too well. I don't even know what you're going to say.
Before I came over today, I had to go where?
To the bathroom.
To the post office. Well, I did do that too.
Right. Go ahead. You went to the post office.
And, okay, well, a couple years ago, we started selling glasses, didn't we?
Right.
And I was doing the shipping.
Right.
And so finally, after a while, I was like, or no, what happened was you told me, you go, oh, it's easy. No, you don't need to go to the post office. You can you go online and you can put your package in there and print it out.
You can still do it.
And the postman or the post lady will even come up to the door and pick it up. So
also true.
I said, sounds good.
Boom.
Why don't you take it over?
I like how you did that. That was a tricky sleight of hand.
And then you said, I'll do it.
I shouldn't have said I'll do it because I'm
busy.
I got a lot of irons in the fire.
Like 2 weeks later, you go, it ain't working.
Right, mistake.
I knew right away. It was easy.
It is easy.
Uh-huh.
It is.
So he still says it's easy.
It is. I can't believe you're not doing it online.
So then we got coins.
Right.
He goes, oh, I got these padded envelopes.
Boom.
Ships as an envelope. It'll cost like 50 cents.
Should.
All you got to do is put them in there and mail them. So I said, okay.
Turns out they've tightened up the thickness ratio.
So I put them in there. I go down there and go, that's not an envelope. It has to go as a parcel.
Does it look like an envelope?
It's $3 to ship.
They changed the thickness rating.
So I said, okay. So I tell him, I go, well, they say it's a parcel. It's not an envelope. You go, no. I ship stuff in those all the time. It's just an envelope. I go, well, that's not what they're telling me.
Right.
So then I go back, do it again. Parcel, $3. Then we ship something to Canada, $9. So he says, just put it in an envelope, but just use the poster board. Then it'll go as an envelope, won't be as a parcel. So I said, okay. So I did that.
That's a long story. I think you lost people.
Still goes as a parcel.
Right. I'm still saying
and
I
he
think
still
you're
says
doing some stuff
yeah,
wrong.
exactly. And I'm about ready to punch you right in the mouth if you say that again. One more time.
Anything can go first class if it's under 13 ounces. Just
it goes first class.
Right.
But it's a parcel. I'm surprised your wife has never just punched you right in the nose.
Too tall.
I called you after the one trip. I go, if you tell me that one more time, I'm going to punch you right in the nose.
I said it because you're on the phone. I said it again. Well, see, I have a whole separate business that's through eBay. And about 3 years ago, eBay, I used to do all my stuff through USPS.com. And then eBay wanted it all done through them. And in order to encourage you to do it through them, you get about a 15 to 20% discount, depending on your rating. So now it's all associated, which actually made it easier because it's like you roll over to USPS via eBay and all the information transfers. So it's one click. Very easy.
It is.
It is. It's extremely easy. But there's some things you can't do now via eBay. You can't have them pick it up at your door. At least I can't figure that out. But it's all set up. So, and
that
I also don't
envelope.
have yes.
Envelope.
Right. So, however, you have talked about setting up. I think you need 2 days that you ship. Monday, Thursday.
It might be one day.
It could be one day. You get all the packages. Because I don't think anybody's like, I need my Dummies coin tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, we ship out on Mondays. There you go. And I think that might make you a little happier right there.
Well, it's easier for you.
Well, I've been shipping stuff since 2007. Very little problem.
Oh.
Profitably. Through a whole different board game business thing that I do. But you're right. I've never shipped glass before, and I've actually shipped metal coins that are, I don't know, maybe they're thinner. I don't know. So I know you're having some difficulties, and I'm sorry about that.
Apparently it's really easy. But I got it back somehow.
Since '07. Yeah. I got a lot of irons in the fire. Would you not agree?
I like that though. After you took the glasses, then you couldn't get it to work. You texted me. You said, "Hey, this is going to be easier for me if you do this."
Is
I'm
that
sure.
it?
I said, "I'm
Yes.
sure it is going to be
You bet.
easier for you."
I know my limitations. I took on too much.
All right, let's go. We're at 5 minutes. We've been rambling on. We've lost a lot of people.
No, we didn't.
might have
People
to-
hung on.
we might have to redo
No, keep it. There ain't no losing that. You guys love it. You're not here to actually watch a whiskey review. You're here to see us talk about shipping. That was your topic, by the way.
Yeah,
It was a good one. That was a great topic.
I want to bring it up before I forgot about it because
Well,
I
that's
forgot
good.
it.
Yeah, short term. We didn't forget it. I just,
Even after I said I was going to punch you in the nose at one time, you said, "Topic on the show."
boom,
Then
do it
we
on the
have
show. Bring it out on the show. That's the way to work through our issues.
I'm getting a grassiness and a maltiness now that I haven't
Okay.
gotten in the past.
I get the maltiness. I get that sweet, sugary. I almost want to say sherry raisin, but it's a dark fruit.
Now we had this. This is actually a
What's
bottle
ours?
from a tasting that we ran a while back.
Hmm.
And when we popped the cork that
I
day, we
forgot.
had it with some other sherried whiskeys.
Yes.
And this one was at the time that day, it was probably my least favorite of the ones that we've done.
Huh.
When I sat down though at home to take notes,
It did.
I thought it was noticeably better than I remembered from the tasting.
So do you feel like maybe it opened up?
Well, I don't know because this grassiness that I'm getting, I don't have in my notes.
Is it sherried? It is, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
But I am getting some oak and some sherry. But right off the nose, the most prominent thing to me was a maltiness or a grassiness, which
Yeah.
I don't have in my notes at all. I hadn't
Okay.
gotten before.
Right. I get that. I definitely got the maltiness and then the sherry kind of wrapped in there. And a little sweetness on it.
43% ABV, did you say that?
I did not. 43% alcohol by volume.
All right. Woo, yeah. Okay. A nice, rich, honeyed, sweet sherry comes through. Nice raisins and plums.
Definitely get the raisin.
Sugar plums dancing in my head. And I've got in my notes that it seems like an American oak sherry.
I get a lot
It's
of
a
it.
lot lighter sherry, not that Oloroso sherry.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. If you're doing that, I wouldn't go to that level. I'm getting a lot of that oaked wood in here. A little bit of an astringent, but not on the cheeks, only on the tongue, which is a little bit different. It coats well, not much aftertaste,
Now,
just some dry woody.
let me ask you this, because at the tail end of the Highland Park 12 is just a slight hint of a peat. And even with this one, it's supposed to be the same. Do you get a slight hint of peat?
I don't.
I don't either.
Not seeing it's not there. Because people will be like,
Wait.
you guys are crazy.
Well,
Let me try some water.
that's what we did with
Maybe
what was
it'll
it,
open up.
The Springbank 10 is a
Right.
peated Scotch, and we tasted it, and we both said there's no peat in here.
Well, I think you were
And then we got
wrong on that.
corrected.
I was just like, I'm not getting any.
Wasn't that the same thing?
Well, I wasn't. I didn't say it wasn't in there. I just said I wasn't
I'm
getting
not
it.
getting any.
Right. I wasn't able
Okay.
to pick it up.
Okay.
Because you were like
Linguistic
declaring,
one.
this isn't peated.
Okay, linguistic
Yeah.
error.
Well, I just remember thinking, I don't know. I'm not getting any. It's so light.
That was the first episode of the Dram Idiot that we did, the correction
Yeah.
for the Springbank 10.
Right.
And Springbank 10 is peated, it's just very lightly peated. The same with this. I'm not getting any. I'm sure maybe it's there. Maybe
got-
it comes out with time.
I've got coin 103, by the way. Coin 103. Well, we've had it in the cask for quite some time. Now, here's my problem, though. I love peat so much. I mean, heavily peated. Yeah, gently smoky, but surprisingly sweet. I mean, I'm not getting any smoke.
No.
So if it's gently, it's so gently. It's like a light breeze in November.
So this is my third time sitting down with it though, and I don't have any peat. I mean, I haven't gotten peat at any. It's definitely not a peat that you would wrap yourself in a blanket.
I don't know if
in
they're
front of it.
claiming it's peat. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it's just they're saying gently smoky. Is my deal. I mean, aromatic peat. I don't get
Yeah.
the peat on it either for the aromatic.
The aromatic peat
Right.
of Orkney.
But part of my problem is I'm probably ruined my
You're-
peat palate by being so overly peated. I'm no longer a pedestrian peat lover. I'm like a dive in
Well,
and soak myself in
Okay,
the
but
peat.
if one or two of us was gonna detect peat, who would it be? I mean, if there was a slight hint of peat, who more likely would pick it up?
Now, see, the easy answer would be me. But I actually believe you got a more subtle palate for some of those subtle things. So I would say you.
Yeah, I mean, just saying because of the
Oh, I
peat.
thought you were kicking off like because of the peat, I would taste it. But I actually
Yeah.
think you pick the subtleties up better than I do.
I mean, just because you really, I mean, the peat to me was offensive to me at first. It took me, it was.
I know.
Well,
It just is still funny to me.
it took me a long time to warm up to peat.
I mean, and some people hate the peat. I mean, they won't even touch scotch because the very first scotch they had, somebody handed them a Lafroig and they were like, ugh. And my very first tasting, there was an Ardbeg and I was like, whoa. I mean, I didn't, my palate wasn't ready. It's usually, I'm serious, it's something you got to kind of warm up to as you try to dive in, soak it
Yeah.
up. So,
But usually I've been able to detect peat just because I didn't like it at first. And so I'd be like, oh yeah, there's peat in there. I did just get kind of a brininess or a saltiness.
yes, I will give you some briny.
Uh-huh.
The honeycomb is right in there. It's like a honeycomb with a little bit of salt, with a dark fruit layered in there. Which the fruit and the salt gives it a real interesting flavor profile for me. It comes off, I wish this was a 46%. I feel like the ABV is too low. I get a little bit of what it feels like to me is slightly watered down.
Now, see, to me, I think it's got a great mouthfeel. I think it feels stronger than 43%.
Yeah, this
Even
one
with a
would
drop
want
of water,
46.
even with a drop of water, I still feel like there's plenty of alcohol in there. To me, it's good on my palate.
I mean, I really like Highland Park. But this one is good, but it's just coming in at 86 for me. I mean, it's not
Oh, you're
bad.
already scoring it?
Yeah, just throwing a score. It's not coming in bad. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I fell prey to the 15 on there. I kind of expected slightly more. I love the dark fruit. I love that honeycomb. The wood that comes in is subtle. I'm not as big a fan of kind of that wood flavor that's here and the astringency on the tongue. And as stated, I didn't get any peat notes in there, but I honestly didn't expect to get much even with the marketing on the can. The marketing on the can feels like they're trying to appeal to everybody. You know, gently smoky, surprisingly sweet, aromatic peat, sherry oak cask from Spain. Cool Orcadian air. I mean, so, it's solid, it's good. What did you score
90.
it? With your plus and minus one again.
Why are you laughing?
Same reason. I think your plus minus one handicap. I mean, that's so close. That means it could be an 89, a 90, or a 91. That's a 3-point swing. Just seems interesting to me.
Here's my take on it. Like I say, I think it's got a good palate. I like the alcohol, the ABV of it. It's a nice combination. It's not a sherry bomb. I mean, it's not exclusively matured in sherry casks. It spent some time in oak casks and then sherry casks. It's a great combination of the oak and the citrus and the sherry. I wish that hint of peat was coming through on the tail end like it does in the Highland Park 12.
Well, I would agree. If there was, anytime there's peat in something and I can detect it, I like it more. So that is true. Is it worth it? How much?
Ooh, that's a good question now.
We bought this a long time ago.
It's at least 80 to 90.
I'm not going to buy it for that price. I can see why it is. The 15 years, it's well done. It's got some layering in there. But for me, I mean, I won't go out and buy it for that price. I don't remember what the 12 came in. I'm just going to tell you, I'm more partial to the 12-year over their 15. But you and I have talked. The peat responds better when it's younger. The younger the peat is, the more it's in your face, the more up front it is. Which maybe by the time we're hitting 15 years, it's so subtle and in the background that I'm not getting it. I like the 12 better than the 15 is all I'm saying.
I'm trying to think of what else. I'm sure the price range is right on there with most other 15 in our area. What we see for other 15, I think 15-year-olds think of 15-year-old Dalmore, 15-year Glenlivet, 15-year Balvini's. I mean, they're all 80, 90, $100.
Right.
And maybe this is 60 to 70 because the Highland Park 12 is in the $40 range.
Yes.
So maybe this is 60 to 70. If it's 60 to 70, it's worth it. I even think at 80 it's worth it. Would I keep a stockpile of it? No. But I think it'd be worth keeping on your on your bar. It's a well balanced, like I say, good combination of time in oak casks and time in cherry casks. So
I'm like a super fan of the 12. So I think their 12 is just knock it out of the park 12 is what it should be called. It should be called knock it out of the park 12. and I'll return to the 12, and that's actually probably my sweet spot. So there say I. Anything else?
it's got a little nuttiness.
Wow, phenomenal. So maybe as you spend more time, but yeah, I didn't. You know what I got is what I got. Anything, brother. Anything.
Nope, that's it.
We're gonna scotch it, you Scotch gods.
So long, ya.
Dummies.
Dummies.